All right, well, good morning, CBGR. I hope everybody is having a great start to their Friday morning. A couple of things before I hand it off to Angie. Number one, um, there is an upcoming 10-week commercial series called CRE Win. Josh Best brought it up during our session last week, this past Wednesday. There's only 36 seats left, okay? So the early bird gets the worm, okay? So I'm going to send out another email today for those who want to register for the 10-week CRE Win. It's a commercial class. It's for 10 weeks. So try to register as soon as possible, because once those are filled up, you're no longer going to be granted access to it, okay? Second, if you have any if you have any business and you need a title, please think of Angie. So she, she's here to educate and give you all the tools that you need to for your business to flourish. So offer her your business, okay? So without further ado, I'll send it over to Angie so she could present this wonderful and powerful platform that she has, that I think all agents, I use it on a daily basis, and I know there's other agents that use it for farming. It's a great tool. It's powerful, and it could, if you use it wisely, it could help grow your business. Okay, Angie, the floor is yours.
Thanks, Ruben. Okay, let's share screen. Let me see here. Actually, okay. I might have to jump on. Hold on. Research dashboard. Okay, so this is welcome to Ignite RE. This is the new platform that First American is launching. It is brand new, and we were migrating from our previous system called My First AM. That's going to be decommissioned probably by the end of the month. So Ignite RE, the purpose of it is that they're trying to put everything under one platform. So the ability to track your transactions, the ability to take some classes on the Ignite RE platform, to be able to calculate net sheets. So whether it be trying to calculate your net sheets for your buyers, your sellers, or you're trying to look up maybe Prop 19 sheets, we're going to have, in addition to all the calculators we have already currently on the system, we're actually going to add in a buy down calculator. So you can show your buyers what it would look like with different buy down options. So it's a bunch of different information that you can use to build your business. The most important ones are the farming and the properties. Properties is going to be your property profiles, which I'll show you and guide you through along that. And then we're going to touch into farming to show you how to lead gen on a different level. So once you first log in, it's by invitation only. You're not going to be able to log in by requesting it from customer service. They'll tell you to call me, and then I'd have to guide you through and approve your access. So once we do this, one of the pertinent things that we'll need is your cell phone number. The reason why is because there's going to be a two-step verification process. The reason why is because it's going to be a secure cloud-based platform. We want to make sure everything is going to be as secure as possible. So the two-step verification gives you that extra added security, especially if your transactions will be embedded into this account. So it'll be on your cloud. So once you log in, the first thing you're going to see is this dashboard. On this dashboard, you'll be able to see the different defaults that you'd like to default it to. The one that most people will, 99% of people will do, is the properties. So I have it set as default for properties. Let's go into properties and I'll show you how to run the reports for you. So this is your dashboard. This is what you're going to see once you log into properties. The first thing you'll see is an address bar, so where you would be able to put in your address. So I'm just going to pick a random property. And if you don't know the property address, the good thing is it'll give you the property addresses nearest the property address that you put in on the menu bar. That way, if you've made a mistake or you're not certain, it can pull up the different variations and you could match up the owner with the property address to make sure you have the correct property address. So I'm going to go with 312 North Orange Grove. I've just been using that one as a platform to pull up the searches. So the first thing you'll see the difference between the previous search engine is that it now will tell you if it's owner occupied or absentee owner. Before, you would have to look at the property profile and see if the mailing address and the site address are different. If they're different, then you would know it's absentee owner. If they're the same, then you would know it's owner occupied. On top of that layer, we also added a red function. Here would be red if it was a foreclosure property. That way, right off the bat, you already know what kind of property this is. Then it gives you the stats. And then you get the new function of the customer service request right under the platform, right after you load up the address. The reason why we give you this function is if you need a CC&Rs or you need tax maps, you can pull whatever you need through this, through our customer service request form. Also, if you wanted to pull up a property profile package and you wanted the hard copy of it, you can definitely click on this button, scroll down to the bottom, and US mail would be your preference, because that way you can get the hard copy of the property profile for you. If you haven't seen the First American property profile hard copy version, it's wonderful. It's so professionally done. It's all tabbed out. The plat map is there. You'll get everything is bound, hardbound copy, and it's a very useful tool in all your presentations for your listings. So let me exit out here. And then you have your school attendance zones. So we've added a few layers on this function as well. Really cool, because now you're able to pull up only private schools if your buyers are only looking for private schools. And it'll show you all the different private schools in that area. And if you only wanted high school or if you wanted middle school, you can add in the different layers you want. And if you click on these buttons, it'll give you even more added details about that particular school. Pull up that address again. And let's go back. And then this is the calculate button function tool. So, oops, it took me off. Sorry, I don't know why it jumped me off. Okay, so here's your calculators. You have your seller net sheets, your buyer, your net first, rent versus buy, a bunch of different options for you to look at and play with to see what would be the calculator that you need to run the numbers for your clients. And once you go through the calculations, you can PDF that file over to your clients and it'll look and feel like you did the numbers, not that you use the calculator to do it. So eventually we're going to have another little function here where you can do the buy down options. But these are what we have so far. And if you run a property profile previously and you hit calculators, everything pertaining to that property profile or that property that you were questioning on the property profile screen will be embedded into your net sheet. So you don't have to type in the address again or the city to find the city transfer taxes. We have somebody raising their hand.
I do. Angie, can you email your clients directly from this platform?
Yes, you can. There's going to be the function where you can PDF it and email it out to your clients directly. And it'll look and feel like you did it. It won't say my information on there. It just makes sure that you click on cover page. So when you click on cover page, it'll look and feel like it's your own information that you're sending to your clients. So it looks and feel like it's personalized from you to them. Not right now, Leah.
Angie.
Yes.
For the property profile, if you request it to be sent to you by email, you can get it right away, right?
Yes.
But if you ask for US mail, it will probably take a few days to come by.
Yes. So you can do both. You can do both options. So you can get one via email.
I see.
Yes. Okay. Stop. So you can do that, or you can or you can request for a hard copy. So what my clients do is they usually ask for both. So they get the email version first, review the information, and then as they review the information, they wait a day or so before the mail drops it in, and then you can get it. And if you need it urgently, I have had times where I can have my customer service team prepare it for you, and then you'd be able to pick it up, or I could pick it up for you and drop it off.
Yeah. So the content will be the same, right? The email or the US mail.
Yeah, the content is the same. It just looks and feels much more professional because once I'll bring a sample next time. Once you open it, you'll see that, it's a nice cover page. There's an embossed eagle. There's tabs that tab out each of the items within the property profile. So these are all the different reports. I'll show you. So what you'll get is this combined report, which is the one that I always default to. This is all the reports that will come in the physical property profile when you request it from me. And each of these will have its own particular tab. So it's all very neatly organized and easy to use so that you go through each tab and it'll give you the transaction history, comps, tax, foreclosure report, etc.
How update is the comps?
They're pretty up to date. Also, our comps include for sale by owner comps, which I don't know if other title companies include them or not, but I know for certain that we do. And I know for certain that we are the only ones as of now to have HOA contact. And the reason why we've added HOA contact is because a lot of times when we go into escrow, there's always a delay in trying to get HOA contact information. So what we've done is gone ahead of the game and looked for the HOA contact and embedded it into each of our properties. Same goes for foreclosure report. This is also a new function that we have added in, and I haven't seen any other title company have it. There's another function that I wanted to show you too. Let me close this out. If you scroll down here, like you can run all these different reports. Let me show you this one. So a lot of times too, before, historically, what you would do is that you would get a regular property profile and you would have to go through the transaction portal to find out which is the most current date so that you would know which one is the last recorded document for either a deed of trust or for a grant deed. But now you have it really easy to use because you just scroll to the bottom and you click on one of these two, whichever is pertinent to you, to find out what is the last recorded deed, instead of having to go through all the history and finding the last recorded, most recent deed. We've already, done that function for you and did the homework.
That's good. Good feature.
Yeah. So I'll show you the HOA contact. I know this property has it because I've been using this one as my guinea pig address.
Angie, Jeffrey, I have a question.
Yes.
Jeffrey. Yeah. For the net cost, for the buyer or seller net.
Yes.
I assume that you already have you already know the buyers or the sellers balance, right?
No, you would have to put the balance in because the balance of whatever the loan amount is, it's based only the banks and the lending.
Okay, so we still have to put the information there. Okay,
that's where you would ask them what it is. Ruben?
Okay, okay. On this information profile, Ignite, do we have the email of the client and the telephone number?
I'll show you that in a second. That will be under a different tab.
I just want to add a comment because Jeffrey brought up seller's net. If the seller gives you their most current mortgage statement for seller's net, you have to pad it because that is not the payoff, okay? So you're going to be short, depending on their loan balance and the interest rate, you're going to be short a little bit. So it's just an estimate. I would pad it like $3,000 or $4,000 because their balance is not their payoff, okay?
Gotcha. Thank you.
So here when I hit homeowners, sorry.
Excuse me. On the for sale by owners, we can get you see we can get the list of the for sale by owners too?
I don't think on the site. Let me double check on that. I don't know if there's a way to pull the for sale by owners on this site.
Because one of the pictures they showed the for sale by owners.
Let me double check that 1 second.
But after you're done with this, you're gonna have to check now.
Okay, 1 second. Let me just send a message out.
I think it collects the data once it's closed, but there's no way for you to be able to get that data, right? Because
it's not a recorded item. So let me ask if there's a way to pull it or not. I know you can get it from probably MLS when you guys log in, because they have a tab of all the properties that got listed, but because it's not something that was recorded with the county, we might not be able to see it. But I'm checking with tech, and I'll let you know when they text me back.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Let's go back to homeowners association. So this is the HOA contact information. So if it's a mom and pop HOA, a smaller company, we may not be able to locate the phone number for them. But in this case, for this property address, The homeowners association is a larger one, so we're able to get the phone number and the address of where that homeowner association is. That way you can contact them and, see if, for example, if you wanted to find out if it's FHA approved complex, or if there's any outstanding liens on the HOA, but at least now you have that contact information. And escrow really, really loves this function, as well as lenders, because they always have to revert back to the HOA to gather more information to close their transactions. So if you already have this, you can you can send it to them. I'll show you on the bottom. On the bottom, hold on, my menu bar is blocking me. But on the bottom, you'll see like the option to PDF, print or email and send a cover page. So if you click on this cover page, it'll look and feel like you found that information and you're sending it to them.
Angie, so this will show any pending litigations against the HOA?
It won't show the pending litigations. It gives you the information for the HOA contact.
Got it. Got it.
Then you have to call them to get the information. But if it was a recorded, let's say lien or judgment that the HOA have already recorded, then we would see that once we open the order on the prelim.
I have a question here. Maggie's asking if you can search commercial condos, commercial.
You have capability to run commercial properties here, but the information is not as
Accurate.
Yeah, it's not accurate, but there's not going to be as much information that we can pull.
Got it.
But we are adding more and more information as this progresses, the system progresses. So eventually it'll be full blown, just like if we were running SFRs and condos, etc. Let's see. So school information, we went over that. Neighbors, in case, you don't want to get into any type of litigation or get sued for anything because you're telling the demographics of a neighborhood, you could definitely run the neighbors and let them look for themselves. By looking at the surnames, you'll be able to find out, what the demographic is within that within that neighborhood. And then we also have now 3 different maps. Before we only had 2 maps. We just added the street map about a week ago. So now we've partnered up with Google, which I think majority of the other title companies, I think they use Bing. I like Google a lot better because we're so used to using Google in day-to-day basis. But we've also added the street map. So when you log on to the street map, you're able to see via Google the your neighbors, where the street lies, if it's a T home, just the surrounding area where that house lies. So let me show you this other function. So that's the property profile section. This little button here with the man with the circle, this is also the street view option that you can click on to see the street view. Does anybody want me to show you, or we're good with this part? Any questions? No?
Yeah,
Okay.
you could show us, this is Oscar again. Yeah, you could show us, that would be great.
Okay.
Thank you.
Let's see if it loads. Because they just added it in. I know it was having issues last time. Okay, we might have to do it on later on, but they just added this in last week, or maybe Monday. Last Friday or Monday, I got an email saying that they just added this in. So maybe it's not working exactly yet, but it should be working very soon. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, so let me show you now something different, which I really, really love about this system. Let me lower my menu bar, exit out of here. So if you guys see this little pencil button here, if you click on that pencil button, let me zoom out first. So if I click on this little pencil button, oh, it's zooming back in, you can actually draw an area of what you like. Let's just say you have a house in question. And it'll load for you all the owner occupied, non-owner occupied, and foreclosure properties. So once it's done loading, you'll see that there's the green, the red, and the blue. So green is going to be for, just think of green as go, so it's owner occupied. Blue, think of it being cold, meaning that nobody lives there, which means it's an absentee owner. And if there's a red, that means it's a foreclosure property. So when you run that report, it'll give you a list of all the homes where you have drawn that little area, and it'll give you the turnover rate of that area, which is up here, which in this case is 3%. There's 209 properties, and of the 209, there's 74% owner occupied. So from this list, if one of them, looks appealing to you, you can click on it and you can pull up the property profile. So once it's loading, you'll see the screen that we saw earlier, which is the property profile. Let's see if this one works. Oh, there you go. This one works for the Google view. So now you can look at all the different homes. You can see where it lies. You can see what the neighbor is. You can see if it's a T street. This one, you can tell that it's a little higher than the neighbor in the front. So it's on a hill.
Can you go to the backyard?
Yeah, I think you might be able to. Let's see. Let's play
No,
with
you
this a little
can.
bit. This
I'm
is
just
brand
joking. I'm just joking.
new. Okay, let me see. How do I get back? Oops, went back too far. Go back to properties. Okay, so let me see. I think I drew this area. Okay, so this is that list again. So this is where you can add in some filters if you wanted to, sales prices between minimum, maximum, max, bedrooms, bathrooms, square footage, and you can actually do a farm from this property site, even though it's not a farm, but you can pull up the information you want. Then you can click the little button, you can save it as CSV or a one-line PDF, and you can export that information. Once you export that information, you could send it to me, but eventually what we're going to do is we're adding another function where you can upload it into the next screen under farmings, and you can pull up the phones and emails on that. But I can teach you that a little later once it's all working properly, or not properly, but once it's updated.
I have a question, Angie, excuse me,
Yeah.
Jeffrey. Yeah, when we do the export, we have circulated a target area, and then we export to you a certain property profile, whatever number of houses that you will give me the information or the name and phone number and the email.
No, this is, yeah. So you'd have to go through the other site for farming. So this is, I'm just showing you how easy you can run. Like, let's just say you had a property, that I just showed you, the 312 Orange Grove. You can see the surrounding area. You could draw the pencil and draw a little area just to see what your neighborhood is like. So if you wanted to, get some more activity for your listing, this is what you would do, how easy you can get all the lists of the owners. So this is the list of the owners surrounding that property that we were running as a property profile. So you can either use it to, gather data around your neighborhood, around surrounding that property address, so that you can pull up, who all the neighbors are, and then market to them to say, hey, we have a listing here. We're going to have an open house on this date, blah, blah, blah. Or sometimes if your client wants to, let's say, do renovations and the city's asking you, hey, I need a surrounding area. I need you to contact all the owners to let them know that we're going to be doing construction. So there's different variations of how you can use this information. You could definitely use it for farming too, but it's not going to give you the phones and emails on the site. I have to show you on the second site. So what you would do is you would export it under CSV and hit export. And then you could save it to your desktop, email it to me and say, hey, Angie, I need you to append this information or upload it into Title Toolbox, which is the next screen I'm going to show you under farming. So let me just exit out of here. Let me get back here and then get out. I wanted to show you.
Can you show again the CSV? Where did you find? Where did you click the CSV?
Hold on. Where did this go? So when you click the pencil and you do a circle, I exited out. You'll see that it's going to give you the option to do the CSV. So you hit this button.
Okay.
The little button that says a down arrow and a little, I don't know what this is.
Okay.
A little bucket.
Okay.
And then it'll ask you for CSV and you export it.
Yeah, the arrow down. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. So this is all that I can, this is the best part of the property profile system. Of course, you can go to recorded doc search and you can find the recorded documents, but you don't really have to unless, because you're going to be able to pull everything already from combined reports. And then order history is just the stuff that you've already ran, the previous profiles that you've already ran. So everybody good with properties? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So now we're going to get into the good part. This is where you can lead gen, and I'll show you how you can lead gen and a few tips and tricks that not very many people know how to work with right now. But it's a really amazing way to get your next listing. So now we're in farming RE. So a lot of times the clients will ask me, hey, Angie, I have this one property and I want to know their phone and email address. So the cool thing with this system is that it's a 75% accuracy rate for emails for phone numbers, and a 35% accuracy rate for emails. So 75% accuracy rate for phone numbers, 35% accuracy rate for emails. So in the event that you're looking for that one-off, for that one property address with contact information, you could click on property search, put in the address. I don't know what we were looking at earlier. I think something, I'm just picking a random property. You can also do this by owner and parcel. And hold on, my menu bar is in the way again. And then hit search. So now it pulls up the property for you. And this little gear here, flower gear, whatever you want to look at. So this one I think is a commercial. Oh, I hit the courthouse. That's not good. Hold on. Let me pick another property, because the courthouse, you're not going to get a phone number for that.
Will sell too, so it doesn't matter.
Let's see. Let's just do this.
Same address.
I don't remember that address. I just picked a random one. Let's just pick this. Let's see what this one is. Oh, no property searches. Okay, let me just put in another address. Okay.
Angie, it's me, Oscar again. Well, you'll
Yes.
find that out. So if you want to go straight to farming RE, you can, once you get in the system, you can go straight to farming RE.
Yeah, you just
We have
hit
to
on
go-
farming. You click on farming.
Oh. Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Is there no cost?
There's no
cost?
cost as of now, but I'll show you. There is going to be a cost if you want the 75% accuracy rate and the 35% accuracy rate for phones and emails. Let me go through this and let me show you how you can get that information. So once you pick an address, right, you hit on the gear, you can click on phone and email lookup. And then from here, you can pay 12 cents for a phone and email. So it's really inexpensive to get, but at least you get the accuracy rate. Now, if you don't want to pay the 12 cents, I can run it for you on my system, but it's not going to give you an accuracy rate of 12 cents. Like it's not going to be as accurate as if you were to pay for it. So now let me also show you something else. So this is, I don't think Ruben, I don't think I've shown this to you yet, but this is a really, really amazing function. It's almost like a hidden gem. You go to other reports. So if you have a listing, this is where you would put the property address, and then you hit lead sheet. And now you're going to get a lead sheet with all the life events surrounding 2.5 miles of that address. So this is really, really amazing, because once it generates a report, you'll see what I'm talking about. It'll run the search for you for all the next homeowners that are going to sell, not just based on how long they've lived there, but based off of life events, which means more than likely you're going to at least get one listing out of this report.
Wow.
I'll show you. It just takes a little bit of time because they're running the different reports for each of the sections of the life events. So life events would qualify as like NODs. Oh, here it is. I'll show you. So now there. So now you get all the next listings that there's 244 households within the 2.5 mile radius of this address that have a life event. So affidavit of death, there's 125 affidavit of deaths that were recorded 2.5 miles away. Liens, notice of defaults, divorces, notice of trustee sales, bankruptcies, probate, and list pendants. So 244, this is like amazing farm because it's ran all the details for you already. Then from here, you could click buy now. I'll show you, like we'll do probate, for example, there's 3. Now since it ran all the filters for you, it'll give you how much it's going to cost. $4.40. Okay, guys, we can invest in our own marketing. And then it's not bad. It's less than a cup of coffee. Then what I would do here, so right when you do that, you hit edit search, because it's not going to give you the phones and emails yet, but it's going to give you all the 8 properties that have, that probate. So you do edit search. You have to hit this premier data, the star, because this is where the most important information you want to pull from. Hit premier data. And then go to phones and emails. and you would click on either purchase phones, purchase emails, or both phones and emails. You click on that. Hold on. Get count. And now you've added in the phones and emails for those probate properties. Now you're talking about $5.36. That is an amazing amount for your next listing. I mean, if you get one listing from this, the $5.36 costs you less than a tank of gas, like costs you less than driving 5 miles.
That's cool.
A gallon
Yeah,
of gas.
so I mean, there is no excuse how you cannot get the next listing. I mean, it's here, it's given for you. All you have to do is go through the system and use it and work it. It's that simple. So that is like the best powerful tool I can show you, because it's guaranteed that somebody here has a life event and they need to do something with their property. And if you want, let's just go back real quick.
Angie.
Angie, Oscar, yeah, so I think you can get property profiles on this page, right?
You can get proper
And
profiles on this
comps,
page
and
too.
comps at the same time.
Yes, it's just different. The way it's set up is a little different from the other site, because this one, let me show you what the property profile looks like. What was that? Let me find what that other address was. Hold on, so I could show you the difference. I think it was like 312.
So instead of doing a CMA, you can actually get the comps from this page.
Yeah, you can get it from both. You can, so a lot of times what clients do is they'll go through 2 different title company sites to cross-reference information. Well, now you can do it on our site, cross-referencing the information on 2 different platforms that we have embedded into one system, if that makes sense. So this address is 312 North Orange Grove Boulevard. Okay, so now I'm going to go back to the farming tab.
Angie, can I ask you something too
Yes.
before you go any further? On the probate, do they
Yes.
give our filing date?
I believe the filing date and all that information is on there, because the filing date will be already on the recorded document, and that's where we're pulling
That's
that.
very important.
Yeah,
Just how old that document is.
yeah, it'll show you those documents
Okay.
on there. North Orange Grove Boulevard. Okay, so this is the farm that, this is the address that we ran earlier under the other platform. So I'll show you what the property profile looks like. It's going to look and feel a lot different from the one that I had just shown you that we were playing with. Hold on, this menu bar is like in my way. Okay, so you would hit the gear again. You can do profile with comps. And this is what this system how it pulls up. So this, when you pull it up from this property profile from this site, it's going to look and feel different from the other site, because it takes, the way it's set up is going to be different. And it's not going to have your, I don't think it's going to have your HOA information, and it's not going to have your foreclosure information unless it's recorded, and it'll be under transaction history, but it won't outright just say, hey, here are all the information, like bullet points. So this is your comps. And here you can click on the ones that you don't want to add or the ones you want to add to your report. So you can personalize it. A lot of times clients want like a higher number, so they'll look for the highest comp number and then add it in. So it's generating the report. As soon as it's done, it'll give you like a report format of everything. So it showed us the comp page first, so you can add and, personalize it to whatever number you want. And then once you're done with that, then you can generate a report, and then it'll generate the report based on the allocations or based on the choices that you chose to add into your comps. So here you can click view the report, or you can email the report to you or your clients. So I'm just going to view the report. So this is what this looks like. So you'll have, you see, it doesn't give you the green, red, or blue. You have to look at the mailing address and site address to verify that it's owner occupied or non-owner occupied. If the addresses are different, then you know it's absentee. So this is like more like the way it used to look like from our farming or from our property profiles. So you can look at both reports, and then you can use them for your presentation showing, hey, this is the comps that 2 different report systems that I've chose will show you the different types of information. So you don't have to go through Realist now and through a title platform. You can use everything on Ignite RE and show them the comparison of 2 different reports. So this is how this one looks like. Oscar, does that help you to kind of give you an idea of what the difference is between the 2 profiles?
Yes, thank you. Like you said, you can cross-reference because now you're
Yes.
getting 2 different, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
yeah,
it's 2
great,
different
thank you.
platforms.
Yeah, it's really helpful. I mean, that will save you a lot of time.
Yeah, so you don't have to bounce back and forth to using, bouncing off Realist. And Realist, I think I've heard that they charge you for each deed of trust or deed or grant deed that you choose to pick. But here it's, free of charge. You don't have to pay for your deeds. So going
Great,
back to
thank you.
farming, you have the different options of radius search, boundary search, and area search. Now, if you already have a farm, this is really important. You can upload your original farm that you're already using, that you've maybe been using for 5 years, 10 years, whatever. And once you upload it, it becomes a saved farm. And each time you save a farm, if there's any changes onto that farm, it'll update it for you without having you redo the entire farm. So that is really amazing because before you'd have to like manually redo your farms every 6 months or so to make sure you have the accurate homeowners. Now, if you save the farms in our system, it'll update it for you as soon as any changes in title occur. Because I know that I've gotten marketing pieces from agents that say, hey, Mr. Smith, and it's not Mr. Smith, it's Miss Tang. It doesn't look good when you're marketing to the wrong person. So in this case, it updates it for you automatically. So it's always going to know who is the current owners. So as soon as you start doing your next marketing campaign and you pull the information from farming and send it over to your marketing campaign or whoever is doing your print work or your EDDM stuff, you give them the newest saved farms and it'll be updated for you without you having to redo your entire farm to find out if there's been any updates. So that's really, really cool. And it doesn't have to be a farm that you've already done.
Angie, I have a question.
Yeah.
Does that, when you save a farm and it updates, does it alert you or you have to actually
Yes.
get back into it?
It'll alert you. It'll email you saying, hey, there's been a change on your updated farm.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's no excuse if you're farming, there should be no excuse for you not to generate listings. And that is the core essence of what we do, guys. We need to generate business. So I'm giving you all the tools so that you can get your next listing and hopefully, use me for title because this is all free with the exception of paying a few dimes for, 12 cents for your emails and your phone. And the reason why you have to charge that is for compliance reason. Department of Insurance is regulating us and making sure that we're compliant. This is why we have to relay the fees. If not, we would be doing it for free like we used to be doing. But because of that compliance issue, the company has to charge a minimal fee for it. Save searches and then upload. So like I said earlier, if you're already working a farm, you're a experienced real estate office agent and you have farms already, you just upload it and it'll automatically update it for you. So there's, any questions?
Angie, 2 questions. One, when an agent is farming and they're utilizing, let's say Corfact or
Yeah.
a source for, let's say, for postcards or mailers, is this linked to any of those platforms, or you still have to go through the export of the CRV and then CSV and send it to them?
So there are some platforms that is compatible, and as this is, moving, it's like as we are making changes to it, we're adding more CRM. So this was actually something we talked about maybe 2 weeks ago in one of my office meetings. So they're getting feedback. We offer feedback to our company, and our company will start doing the additions. This is why it's amazing to be with First American, because this is proprietary to First American, where we can actually change things to meet our clients' needs. So as I think there's some other options already in CRM, but there's not as many as we would like. So we've asked them to add more CRM options or, variations to being able to export it. I know we have a Facebook compatibility. So once you click on the Facebook option, you can save it as an CSV that's compatible with Facebook. And then that way you can upload it into the back end of Facebook. So there are a
Yeah.
lot of different ways. Mhm.
Yeah, it will be nice. It will be nice if it will be compatible with our Moxie because I did a lot of CRM. I already have my SOI and CRM with Moxie, so I already have more than 200. So it will
Yeah,
be
you
nice
can-
if it will be compatible.
Yeah, so what you can do too is you can send me whatever list you have and then we can upload it into your account. So I would not have that function any like that, your farm at all. But once you send it to me, I'll send it to Tech. Tech will upload it for you in case you don't know how to upload it, or we can format it for you and upload it for you so that it'll automatically update your list for you as changes are made in your farm.
Great, great. Thank you.
Yeah,
That's
you're
good
welcome.
information. Thank you.
So let me just show you, let's just do a radius search so I can kind of guide you through this and see what it looks like. Radius search is 2 pins. Let's just say, I don't know what North Island is. But anyways, we can click a pin and then we could drag it and then you would get count. And then this is where it'll take you to the tabs where you can laser focus your farm and start, adding the filters in. So you can go through general, which is, everything on this page, number of structures on the property, etc. You can go to property characteristics. Hold on, my menu bar is like stuck again. So general property characteristics, assess. Oh, you know what? This thing is stuck right now. That's weird.
Frozen.
Yeah, I think it's frozen. Anyways, well, you would go through each of the tabs and you can add in your filters. And as you add in your filters, this is the Premier data, which I showed you earlier. You can add in the custom. I need this to work. Hold on. Let me just refresh. Okay. Let me go somewhere closer. Let's do, okay. So get count. Okay, now, oops, what happened? Oh, you know what? Let me see, get count. So it's loading the search fields now for all the homes in that area. Then from that search field, once it's done searching that area, then we can go through all the different tabs. I think I clicked on it too fast and I got it stuck. So as this is working and finding all the properties, we can go through each of the tabs. Just takes a bit. Okay, so now it's done. So now you can click on whether you want SFRs, condos, number of units, etc. And then this general is just based off of what the pins I had put. And then you can go through assessment and taxes. You could, go through each of these and see what you want to add in as a filter. You'll have to play with it so you can see what it's actually going to show. You could do tax delinquency years. Then you can go to other, let's just say mailing carrier routes. You can even search by title company name. Back in 2008, there was I think 10 title companies that went under. So you can look up those title companies if you wanted to, if you remember the names. Then you can add in custom filters, non-owner occupied, next sellers, empty nesters. And then of course, now we're going to go to the golden nuggets, hit Premier data. And this is where you can pull in the mortgage information. So whether or not they have a second, whether or not they have, an adjustable rate. And as you know, the interest rate keeps changing. So if they have an adjustable rate, they may not be able to pay their mortgage anymore because their interest keeps going up. So this might be a good opportunity for you here. You can hit on leads. Oh my goodness, it's stuck again. There we go. Okay, then you can hit on leads. And this is where you would have those life events that I showed you earlier. I gave you the cheat sheet version earlier the first thing I showed you. So this is just where you would find those, each one. But here you can add in, additional filters. And then of course your phones and emails, and this is where you hit both phones and emails. And if you get lost anywhere, or if you're, once you start playing with it and you forget where things are, you could definitely shoot me a text and email, and I could jump on with you on Zoom, or I could come and meet you in person to kind of guide you along through this. Right before this class, a client couldn't get on and couldn't find the lead sheets. And so I jumped on Zoom in 5 minutes. He was able to log in and find out what was happening. So that's completely something that you can ask for me to help you with, and I would be gladly able to guide you through this. Any questions here?
Angie,
Yes.
for the taxes and assessments, is it, in real time synchronized with the assessor's office?
I don't know. I don't know if it's like exactly when it gets like when it happens. I know there's a little bit of lag time because it takes the county time for it to reflect on our end. So there is going to be a slight delay.
How long?
I don't know, but I can find out for you. Let's see. Delay for tax. So you asked me what the delay is for the taxes, right?
Yeah, right. So is it a couple days, couple weeks, or?
Okay, let me find out. All right. Okay. So Oscar, you asked me about for sales on Title Toolbox. So it's not on this platform, but it is on a different platform that I can talk to you about. I don't have access to the other platform, but it's a third-party platform that I can guide you to for sale by owners. So I'll ask about the taxes and see what the delay is, and I'll let you know, Peter, when they're right back.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
And also,
Thank you, Angie. And I'm sorry.
Angie, I have a question.
Okay.
oh, okay. Oh, all right. So, and also, some title insurance company, they provide you with the forms, for example, the affidavit of death of a spouse, or
Yeah.
the trustee forms and promissory notes and things like that.
Yeah.
Do you have that in your Ignite Real?
Yeah. Actually, that's on my website.
Oh.
They just updated our website. I actually haven't looked at it in a while, but I can send you a link, and you'll be able to, once you get that link, you can pull up all the different deeds that you can either type in, on Word, or you can print it out as a PDF. I'll send you that link. It was on my website.
There's a different app.
Yeah, it's on my website. That's a good idea, though. You know what? I'm going to ask them to add it into
Yeah,
Ignitery, because
integrated in this will be good, so that we don't have to go.
Yeah.
back and forth.
they should add it in this side.
Yeah.
Angie, can you put your contact info and your website or any content in the chat? So anybody that's not on Ignite RE can reach out to you and get registered.
Sure.
Angie, and on the taxes, do you get will you get information about people that have not paid their taxes? Because I know that, well, before it used to be that if you didn't pay your taxes for 5 years, the county had a right to auction your property, to sell your property. Is that
Yeah.
information that it shows on your system?
Yes, it was on the default section.
Yeah, because you know what? Before I used to buy it, I think it was every February. And they will sell you the list. The assessor's office will sell you the list, and you had to get 2 lists. So it was like, I think I was paying like 130 for both. But we can get it for free here. That would be great. And,
Yeah.
we don't have to go to the assessor's office.
Yeah, you can pull it from that site on the tabs that said, I think it's the taxes assessments. Cell phone number. So I'm putting in the group chat. Don't send me your information here because I won't be able to get your information quickly enough. So please email me. My email is right here listed here, but I'm putting it in the group chat too. So I'm going to need your name, your email, your cell phone number, and office address. Okay. So I just
Angie,
sent it. Yep.
I have a question, in regards to tax defaults. If you have let's say I do a radius search and I save it. If one of those, properties in that saved search defaults on their taxes, will that alert me?
It'll alert you when the name transfers. So we
got
also
it.
talked about it at the last meeting. We had a meeting on, I think, on 2 Mondays ago, and we had asked them if they can find a way to also alert us whenever there's a transfer, like any changes onto like a notice of default or foreclosure, because you want to know the timeline for all defaults. So we've also asked them to add that function in. So hopefully that'll be coming in the near future too.
When that does come about, will you let us know?
Yeah, let me see.
Because that's a great tool. That way we can be, because you know, the first person to approach that person is gonna get the business.
Yeah,
Or-
let me text tech right now.
But-
Can we-
Any agent that's on this training today that it does not have Ignite RE, I urge you guys to contact Angie and get registered. It's a powerful tool and it's free. So well, other than getting the email and phone numbers.
Mhm. Any questions so far?
How do we get on right now? Do we get in contact with her or what's the information?
Oh, hold on, I'm gonna show. There's her information.
We don't have it, in my chat.
So I sent my information on chat. Just email me at atang@first.am. It's also right here. That's my cell number and my email address. If you can email me, that'd be best because I could just send it over to my tech team and then they'll create your account for you by the end of the day. So I'll need your name, your email, your cell phone address, because I know there's maybe 2 offices here. I don't know if you're Arcadia or Alhambra. So if you do that, then I can get your account set up. You'll get an email by the end of the day. Once you get the email activation, click on it right away because it will expire. And then you'll have to contact me again to get a new reset email.
Okay, great.
Angie, I don't think it's showing your phone number.
Oh, yeah, I didn't put my phone number because I didn't want you guys to text me. I want you guys to email me. That's why I
Oh,
put my
okay.
email address on there.
Okay.
Because if it's easier if it's email, then I'll just send it over to tech team and then they'll just get your account right away.
Okay.
But you have my number. I know you do.
Yeah, I know. I was just saying for the people that don't have it.
Well,
Yeah.
you're-
Once you email me, I will email you back with the activation email, so you'll be able to see that.
Oh, yours doesn't.
That's what I'm saying.
That's weird.
And then one more thing. So this system is not going to be located in your app store if you have Apple phone or in your marketplace if you have Android. So what we've done is, again, as an industry leader, what we've done is what other companies will eventually follow is that when you go to your browser, so browser is like Google Chrome or Safari, and you type in Ignite RE, First American, you click on that website for our site, for First American site. And then on the bottom, you should be able to see like for iPhones, it's like a square with an arrow. If you click on that, you can add it to home screen and it becomes and looks and feels like an app. And then if you do that on the marketplace, there should be like 3 buttons. If you hit the 3 buttons, it'll say add as an app or add to home screen. And then that will also get you signed in as it'll look and feel like an app. If you have any questions, just let me know. I can guide you through it. I know it's confusing the first time around, but it's not just a, First American thing, but majority of the companies will start doing that. The reason why is because every time a company has an app and they want to update it, we have to go through a lot of approvals through either Apple or Google to get it approved that we can update our own app. So instead of having them dictate when they give us approval, if you add the app on your home screen this way, we have complete control of whenever we do updates, and your app will automatically update without you having to update it yourself or wait for approval from Apple and Androids. So that's the reason why we did it that way. It is a little confusing initially, but once you start getting the hang of it, a lot of the other companies will also follow suit because everybody has updates to their program. And when they update programs, the last thing they want to do is wait for Apple and Google to approve your app. So now we have full control of our app and we can update it as we need.
The only thing we have to do is send you the name, email, and cell number, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and your address, your office address.
Office address.
Mhm.
And then after that, then what happens?
You just register, you follow the prompts.
Yeah, well, you wait for me, I'll send you an activation email and then you follow the prompts. So once I hang up, I'll see all your emails and I'll start getting your account set up.
Does anybody have any further questions for Angie?
Yeah, it's an amazing app. And it's very, very
Thank
nice.
you. Thank
so
you.
much.
We spent a lot of money on this thing.
I bet.
And initially I was really worried because as with everybody, change is always difficult to go through. But now that I've gone through it, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is going to be so much more useful because there's so many more tools and so many other ways that I can help clients, get more listings. And so I started getting really excited about it because initially I was a little worried about taking it on. But now that I have, there's so many functionalities. I haven't even shown you like the different statistics. So once you log in, you can click on statistics and you can pull up like statistical reports. So it'll give you like bar graphs, line graphs, like all sorts of cool things. So once you get your account, just start playing with it because the more you play with it, the more you'll see that there are so many functions that can actually elevate you to the next level in terms of a realtor. So it's quite amazing. I'm really excited about this program.
Yeah, great job. Yeah, great job, Angie. Really, this is really great too. Really.
Yeah,
really.
thanks, Jeff. Do you
Good
guys have to use it?
Yeah. I'm sending you email.
Okay, great.
Angie, for questions and, is there a support on this or do they contact you?
There is a support. I don't know exactly where the support is yet. Let's see.
Of articles.
Yeah, there's
Oh, chat.
articles.
Oh, there's a
probably
chat.
feedback.
There's a chat on the bottom.
Let's see. I don't know. Yeah, I think that chat I don't think that chat goes to me. I think that goes to tech.
Oh, yeah, well, so instead of calling you, they can chat and get questions from them, right?
Yeah.
Oh, no, it goes
Yeah.
to you.
No, that's my profile. That's just me.
Oh, I
So you
see.
can click on whatever questions you have and then you can message it and then start a chat.
Yeah. That's
Perfect,
good.
Yeah, this is our support team.
awesome. Well,
Perfect.
all right, well, any further questions for Angie? All right, well, email her your information so you can get registered, start playing with it, farming. I know some agents are already using it. You could get a lot of good data from this platform. And I appreciate your time, Angie.
You're
And when you
welcome.
when you do get your listing, make sure Angie gets your title.
Yes, please, because that's the only way I survive.
Okay, great.
Thank you, Angie. It was
Thank
an
you,
excellent
guys.
class.
All right, I'm gonna get to those
Really
emails right now, so.
Enjoy
All
your
right.
weekend.
Have a nice weekend,
You
guys.
too. Thanks,
Bye-bye.
Pete.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye, guys.
Thank you. All
Stay
right,
safe,
guys.
Angie. Bye-bye.
Thank you, guys.